So, as we pray for protection and love for all of those, people that we do know, to remember to just blanket that love over everyone. And it just made me think of an accident I saw yesterday when I was going to pick up my puppy from a groomer, and there was slow down 805 South. And when I finally got by, was getting through it, we saw the whole side of the car was gone. So it's like being mindful of paying attention, especially when we're driving, and being careful and blessing that. And I'm kind of blessed and say a prayer over all those on roads and highways, keep them safe in the silver ray of protection, silver shield of protection, however you want to see it. And because there's a lot going on out there, and people's minds are on other things. Okay, and this I want to share. When I was up at First Spiritualist Church, there was a pianist there for many years, Reverend Barbara Schaefer, and she was always such a blessing. And she would go up to play for us morning, and we had evening service at that time. And she would drive a ways to get there. And she was just such a sweetheart. I still see her. She'll post on our Facebook page sometimes, and very positive, loving messages. And she had reminded me back in the day of this beautiful poem by Helen Steiner Rice. Okay, y'all recall, or have you seen any of Helen Steiner Rice's? I think at Hallmark they have lots of beautiful cards with her poems on there. She's just such a lovely lady. So we're going to be looking at one of her poems here today. And the sky and the stars, the waves and the sea, the dew on the grass, the leaves on a tree, are constant reminders of God and His nearness, proclaiming His presence with crystal-like clearness. We are gathered here today in unity to learn more about God and us, and to try to understand the big picture, which will help us cope with our daily lives. Realizing that there is a big picture is a big step spiritually, and we're seeing a little corner of it through our understanding and our experience. Knowing that as our small parts are important to our universe, and its energy is wonderful, desiring to do our parts to the best of our ability is commendable, and doing of what we feel is our part is so special. Don't take anything you do or others do for granted. The sky, can't read my writing. The sky and the stars, the waves and the sea. Each of these energies flows with the universal laws. Okay? Universal laws. Okay? Prosperity, balance, karma. There's a lot of them. And seeks to heal. We each hold in our hearts the keys to our health and the love of the universe. Remembering these simple things is essential to our peace of mind and health of being. A lot of the healing is in the letting go. The meditation this morning was so beautiful with Reverend Rosie, with the remembering the leaves fall off the trees certain times of the year, and with that release, it reminds us also to release. That's so beautiful. And knowing that they'll grow back. The dew on the grass, the leaves on a tree are constant reminders of God and His nearness. As God moves closer to us, do we block Him with doubts and fears? That is where the disconnect is. That we become full of all this stuff, okay? all this drama in our world. Why? You know, and it's a human condition. We're very emotional beings. But as we recognize that, and again go back to the big picture, and a lot of times with my fears I've shared before, is I think, okay, is this really gonna matter in 100 years from now? I'm putting so much gravity on this. Why? As God moves closer to us, do we block Him with doubts and fears? Are we open to growth and new experiences? Or do we come up with excuses or reasons of why it just wouldn't or couldn't work? Okay, and I just had that as Pam's been after me about getting another Yorkie puppy. Well, we got one. Just Tuesday, we're in a pet shop, and she falls out of her mouth. Clerk asks, is there anything you're looking for, anything you need? She says, yeah, we got a Yorkie puppy for sale. And I'm like, yeah, there had been a lady who had been in with puppies and wanted to find them good homes. She wasn't a breeder. Her pups had just had pups and are adorable. And I had always gone through my mind for these last couple, it was a year or two, she's been on this. And, how are we going to do it? We work, babies, it's a baby. But, it's working, God finds a way, and He's so precious. As God moves closer to us, they keep wanting you to read this. Do we block Him with doubts and fears? Okay. Remember Father, Mother, God each morning when you rise. Remember God in each miracle and blessing you're aware of each day. Remember God in each trial and test you're becoming aware of each day. Okay? Are we open to God as the sky and the stars? Do we flow with Father, Mother, God as the waves and the sea? Do we respond with willingness to bend and to grow as the dew on the grass and the leaves on a tree? Do we remember God constantly in our busy lives, asking for advice and guidance, and acknowledge His presence in loving others in crystal-like clearness? Remember God. God always remembers us with love. And this is truth, and this is natural law. This is a law of the universe that is constant, continuous, unconditional. God blesses you constantly. And it's looking for that peaceful place. What brings you, where do you feel closer to God? What brings you closer to God? That is what we need to bring into our lives to stay steady, secure, grounded, remembering who we are in God. There was another talk I've been looking about, and And it said, why are we always trying to find things, people, places in our lives to make us happy that replace God? Getting back to the basics of what really is important, what really fulfills us and fills us with joy when we see the special people in our lives that we care about, and bringing them peace and joy and love. So for confirmation, while I was driving to church this morning, and I love the Sirius Sinatra on Sirius XM there. And you know, his songs, the words, it's so beautiful and so peaceful. And so this one, the words were, have faith and trust in what tomorrow brings. You'll reach a star because because there are such things. Okay. There are such things. Deep breath all the way in, all the way out. Totally relax your shoulders, your hips, your legs, your arms, your head. Totally relax. And feel your space, your body now filled with stars. Okay, another deep breath all the way in, out. And be in love with yourself. Be happy with all the loving things you do. And release. Release all those leaves you no longer need. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.